All right, today I'm going to show you how to make a homemade candle. It's actually an oil lamp that I'm going to be using. You can check out the products if this is something that you like. I'm going to make the oil lamp using this clay terracotta pot or lamp. See, it's empty right here. I'm going to be using sesame oil. Some people use different types of oil, such as olive oil, canola oil. I find that avocado oil, olive oil, and sesame oil, pure sesame oil, are the best for me to use. Now with sesame oil, it will have a sesame scent, but if you use olive oil or avocado oil, it'll be less of a scent in the air. And if you use pure olive oil, what is the word that I'm looking for? If you don't use virgin olive oil, because virgin olive oil has sediment in there and it won't burn as clean as olive oil that is non-virgin used olive oil. Okay, so olive oil or avocado oil, make sure that it is refined. It's usually the cheaper type of olive oil that you'll find in the store. But I'm going to be using pure sesame oil. This is the Kadoya oil. It's a product of Japan. So this is the oil I'm using, sesame oil. And I'll have the lamp. And then I'll also have a cotton wick, also a product that is very useful. It's just pure cotton, so it burns clean and natural, as opposed to lamps that you have that use petroleum byproduct or paraffin wax, which releases chemicals in the air that may not be as pleasant. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to first put the wick in. This is a cotton wick. And I'll simply take the cotton wick and tighten it up by simply taking my hand and rolling it like this. Maybe get it moist a little and tighten it down like that. Then what I'll do is I'll just simply place it in there. And if you need to get it deeper in there, which is appropriate, you'll find something such as a pen or perhaps a chopstick and put it down in there. So I have a chopstick, and what I'll do is I'll take the end of the chopstick and I'll just press the cotton wick down in there. And I just want to leave a small amount of the cotton wick at the edge right here. And as you see, I have the lamp on a plate, a small plate, saucer, whatever you want to call it. And the reason why I'll do that is because when I put the oil in here, the oil comes up the wick, and when it burns, some of it will drip down on here, as well as there may be some leakage through the terracotta, through the small holes that you can't see on here. So it's important to place it on something such as a plate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pure sesame oil. Again, you can use olive oil or avocado oil, the non-virgin versions of those. And I'll simply take it, open it up. I love the smell of sesame oil, that's why I use it. And I'll pour the sesame oil inside of the lamp, just enough to make it. Now I have the oil in there. Now what you'll want to do is either let this sit for a while and have the oil creep up on the wick, or you can take a couple of drops of the oil and put it on the top of the wick. Now it's important that the wick is completely soaked with the oil, because if it's not, it'll burn very quickly. You want to have the olive oil on there. So there's a few more drops that I want to place in here. Just go ahead and finish this off. Stop it, just a couple more drops inside of the lamp. It smells like toasted, almost sesame oil. I'll place that in there. Once it's in there, you can go ahead and discard of it. This is Kadoya pure sesame oil, product of Japan. Now once it's in there, I'll make slight adjustments to the wick to make sure that it's in there properly. And the wick is down in there. Now the only point of the wick that will actually burn is the part that is actually exposed. Let me get in so you can see that. This part right here is what's exposed, and this is what will burn. See, from previous burning, burnt mark right here. It's totally safe because it's on the saucer and away from other things that can catch a blaze. So once you have the wick in there, you'll take a lighter. Lighter, I have just a basic lighter. And you want to burn just the tip of it. You don't want to burn so much of it that it's a huge flame. I want a slow, steady burn. All right, so I'm gonna put it in here. Now, if you want a small burn or small flame, you'll want to have as much of this cotton wick exposed to the air. I'm gonna tuck it in slightly so the blaze is not large. I'll place it there, just simply tuck it in there as much as I possibly can. And now I'm going to take the lighter, put it to the appropriate adjustment, right there. Just enough to get the burn going. I'm gonna light the tip of it. Looks like some of that needs to be soaked a little bit. Put a chopstick in there, get another drop. Just make sure that it's soaked with the oil before I light it. Tuck it down there, just a little bit more. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lighter, just light the tip of it right there. And it starts to burn right here. You'll see it's a slow burn at first. Picks up some. And you'll notice that only the tip of the cotton wick is burning. And what happens is, as it burns, the oil will evaporate or burn off, and it'll soak the oil, the sesame oil, and feed the tip of the wick. And with this amount of oil in here, it'll burn for about an hour or two, give a nice glow to the room. So that's how you make a candle using oil, vegetable oil that you have at home. Burns quite nice right there. I'll keep it burning. Now, if you want the flame a little bit larger, which I do not recommend, perhaps take some tweezers and pull the wick out just slightly to give it a little bit more exposure. All right. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.